takes it all the way up to about 35. Brought down by Tarbut. So the Colonials will have 1st and 10.
I made a prediction before the game, Russ, that this game would end in a 2017 contest. So we'll see how accurate I am at the end of the game.
Personally, I'm hoping it'll be not quite that close. I'm assuming you think the Colonials are going to come out ahead.
Yes. Okay. Travellini in motion. Fulmer back to pass. And he hits Axe. Back to pass on 1st and 10. You're going to have to suffer the consequences.
Yeah, it looks like Wargo and Reinheimer each contributing to that. Probably unofficially will give them a half sack each. But a big hit and a loss of about...
That's a good 8 yards, Russ.
It'll be 2nd and 18.
What'd you tell me at the last game that a sack, you lose that yardage in passing yards?
Yeah, sacks count as negative passing yards.
Which means Fulmer is 2 for 3 today for 25 yards. Fulmer still awaiting the play.
There you see the booth, and you can see how dark it is. That's right there, but
I feel like I'm in a war shelter, actually.
That was maybe the booth last year. So 2nd and 18 here.
Fulmer gives it off to Chris Frank. Frank tripped up and only can manage 3 yards here.
Jason Day on the tackle. I was pretty sure that the Colonials were going to run the ball there because I figured they thought they could pick up maybe 10 yards, maybe even more than that, and then have only a short distance to pass. They didn't really want to pass there on 2nd and long and risk an incompletion. But here now it's 3rd and 16 yards. This is almost a definite throw situation. But I couldn't see why the Colonials wouldn't throw it here.
They might just want to cut their losses on this drive and punt the ball away to Pennridge, but that's unlikely. Travellini on the far side, Frank on the near. Fulmer's looking far. And he's, looking for Frank. Tipped off the hands of Pennridge's number 50,
Josh Small. So incomplete. Now the Colonials will have to punt.
So it'll be interesting to see those conflicting numbers come into play here.
2nd and 8.
Fulmer takes the snap. Gives it off to Justin Pratt. Pratt is stopped short for no gain. He's brought down by number 50, Josh Small.
So right off that huge 15-yard pickup by John DiPolito in the opening play, Colonials 2 runs, netted 2 yards. So the Pencrest defense closing up quickly. It'll be 3rd and long. Colonials. Fulmer's probably going to have to pass here.
I would agree, Russ. Fulmer has been almost dead on target with every throw he's made in the latter half of the season, Russ. After a rocky beginning, the entire PW team has completely done an about-face, turned around and become quite a successful team. And you're right, he does have the ball in the pocket. Pitches it on the far side to Chris Frank.
And it's complete for a Colonial 1st down. So Chris Frank's brought down by Aaron Roberts, number 45. Chris Frank's been doing some real good stuff lately. He caught a few touchdowns.
He's developed into quite a player, Russ.
Yes, definitely. Colonials up near midfield now, their own 46-yard line. And they have it 1st and 10.
And I wouldn't be surprised, Russ, if Chris Frank, who we were just talking about, runs the ball a few times tonight. Because he's an all-purpose player on the Colonials roster. Fulmer from 1st and 10 gives it off to Travellini. Travellini's tripped up and brought down for 2. Travellini has yet to make a big play tonight.
Well, he's only run the ball twice. Give a little bit of time. Jim Harris on the hit there.
This will bring up 2nd and 8.
Colonial passing game has definitely improved so much since the beginning of the year. I mean, a lot of times it was run the ball, and if you get into a really long situation, then you pass the ball. But now I think the Colonials feel a lot more confident in their passing game, and it shows overall in their entire offensive play.
Definitely displayed when at homecoming they let Glenn Gamza, a sophomore third-string quarterback, throw the ball. Fulmer back to pass.
That one, it's incomplete. Nearly picked off there.
In and out of the hands of number 89, Dan Lorden.
Colonials caught a break there. He just dropped that ball. Fulmer trying for a pass, didn't see Lorden. Lorden just ran in and didn't make the play, but he knocked it down, and now the Colonials facing another third and long situation.
So yes, Russ, 3rd and 8 as the Colonials line up. Chris Frank and Elzar Camper on the near side. Fulmer gives it off to Travellini. Travellini is stopped after a gain of 3. That'll bring up 4th and 5. Brought down by Jim Harris.
So an interesting decision here. The Colonials have to decide what they're going to do. Looks like they're bringing on the punt team. And they'll punt the ball here just inside the 50-yard line. So after that big first play, Colonial offense just stalled. Sam Holland back deep for Pennridge.
Fulmer on the punt. This one's a beauty. It'll bounce and land and stop at the 1-yard line. Chris Frank with the hand in there.
Yeah.
So Pennridge Rams are going to have to trek 98 yards, Russ.
Now the Colonial defense, really important for them. If they can stop Pennridge dead in their tracks right here, they can get the ball probably inside Pennridge territory and then leave their offense a much easier job. But to do that, Colonials are going to have to contain Andy Briner, senior quarterback for Pennridge.
Briner takes the snap, gives it off to his receiver, or his running back, Eric Kraus, I'm guessing. We're at a bad angle here, Russ.
Tough, but either way, didn't get very much. No more than a yard or 2.
And I was very excited coming to this game tonight to wait and see how the Colonials defense would be doing, because they have been unbeatable all season. Handoff into the end zone.
That was Aaron Roberts getting that carry, number 45. Brought down by Tim Fleming. Roberts takes that one. Let's see where they put the ball. I think they've put it up about the 7. So that'll make it 3rd and 4 or 3.
Sounds good. A reasonable guess. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a bad angle and the scoreboard is out. So 3rd and short. Reimer back.
Oh, and he was hit. Stopped. And the Red Wave of Terror making their first appearance tonight. It's a 3 and out.
Jim Harris.
Matt Ramey, their first one in there to get that tackle.
That would be cool.
So Jim Harris at a loss of 2 yards, brought down by Fleming, Russ. And
so it'll be about 4th and 5. And punter Scott Davis punting from his own end zone.
And Chris Frank is going to let this one roll to the Pennridge, or to the Colonials' own 41-yard line. That took a nasty Pennridge bounce, Russ.
Yeah, it did. The entire punt nets about 65 yards from 5 yards deep in his end zone.
So that'll, of course, bring up 1st and 10 for the Colonials, Russ.
Colonials getting the ball further back than I think they'd like to have gotten it. But obviously their defense comes right out and sets the tone, showing Pennridge what they're going to have to do.
Fulmer gets the play. Interesting side note, Russ. Last year, the Plymouth Whitemarsh Pennridge contest ended in a 10-3 Pennridge win.
I just wouldn't like to see that tonight, though.
Colonials give off to Travellini. Oh, I'm sorry, Pratt. He's around the side. Picks up the 1st down.
Pratt on that second effort just ran into the pile and then bounced off, moved to his right, finally brought down by Matt Tarbutton, but not before gaining what could be Colonial first down. Let's see if they're going to bring in the chains and measure. Looks from here like he has it.
Yeah, we got a good angle in this one, Russ, and it looks to here like he got it, so. Nevertheless, a 10-yard gain for Justin Pratt.
Looks like he has it by about half a football.
They said it was sold out 2 days ago. I was like, wow, he's out a football game, a high school football game.
So as Steve Fulmer looks on to the chain.
Unfortunately.
Oh, yes, he's got it.
He's got it.
He's got it.
Wait. Yes, they're going to say he has it. I think.
Yeah, they're moving the chains.
Yeah, he has it. Okay. Into Pennridge territory, about the 49.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
But again, the Colonials have to follow up the big first play with a few more big plays.
Now that they have the ball inside their half of the field, Colonials are gonna definitely make something big happen here. Fulmer, strong right side. Frank cuts across.
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
And he's through the middle for a pickup of 5,
Keep working, Chris.
as he's brought down by at least 3 Pennridge Rams.
Looks like actually he was just stopped after a gain of only 3. So it'd only be about second and 7. Jim Harris getting another tackle. That's his 3rd or 4th already.
Jim Harris, a force on defense here. Something definitely to look forward to here tonight for Pennridge.
You can hear the Pennridge band out there.
Playing Eye of the Tiger, which is ironic because they're the Rams. Tigers usually don't get along with Rams.
What about Colonials?
Fulmer back to pass. He's got Travellini on the far side. He's got 1 foot in. He's inside the 30, Russ. Wow.
Yeah, all the way down to the 28-yard line. And you know what? That play was designed for Bob Travellini. Fulmer got the ball, moved right back, looked directly to his right, and threw the ball without thinking at all, without any hesitation. That perfectly designed play. Forget the secondary, whatever receivers that Fulmer was looking for Travellini the whole time, and he threw a pass on the money. Colonels have 1st and 10 now. Take another look at that here.
This was huge, Russ. This was
definitely
huge.
See, Fulmer doesn't even look anywhere else. Just right away throws the ball. Travellini's there, gets both feet in bounds. Good job to get both feet in.
You only need 1 in high school, Russ.
You do?
Yeah. Pratt on the carry, and he's tripped up, down after a pickup of 1.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I think so.
Josh Small on the tackle there. And after a pickup of only a yard, that'll make it 2nd and 9.
Come on, guys, you lost the yard. What are you thinking?
Gotta bring up 2nd and 9, Russ. And Fleming makes his way onto the field, and he'll line up on the far left. It's interesting to see Fulmer on the tight end far side, or Fleming rather. And Chris Frank gets the handoff, and he's around the side. He's through the middle, and for a pickup of 8. It's Chris Frank making it big out there.
Down about the 30. Jim Harris getting another tackle on that one, but leaves him about a yard short. They actually have to get to the 29. No, the 19. Sorry.
And they're on the 20
for the first down. So that'll be 3rd and 1. Which, again, hard to tell.
Colonials already 1 for 2 on their 3rd down conversions.
Expect a run on this play.
3 backs. Fulmer's got it himself, and he's around the side. No one expected this.
No one at all, not even me.
And he's in the end zone.
So touchdown, Steve Fulmer on. Well, I said expect a run, and Colonials lined up 3 running backs behind Fulmer, and Fulmer took it himself.
He faked out everyone in the secondary, Russ. No one expected to have. The only one who was even conscious that he had the ball was number 27, Matt Tarbutton. And Tarbutton was not in time. Fulmer chalking 6 points on the board.
Yeah, by the time Pennridge even realized what was happening, Fulmer was already at the 15, and he just rolled into the end zone and I mean, again, that was a play that was perfectly designed to do that. The Colonials showing some interesting plays here on offense. Ben Anderson. He's up. Been good. So the Colonials take a 7-0 lead off the Steve Fulmer 20-yard touchdown run. And that is a big help.
It was an amazing play, just totally unexpected. 3 backs, you had 3 backs to choose from, and still they let the quarterback take it on the weak side, no less.
Take another look at that here, and maybe we can kind of figure out what happened.
Fulmer, there's Tarbutton coming right after him. He misses the dive, and then Fulmer nowhere else to go but in the end zone.
Untouched. Not really sure the exact time, but I think it's probably about maybe 8 or 9 minutes into the first quarter. But either way, Colonials leading 7-0.
Overheard the refs talking, and even if the power does come back on, they're not going to turn it on in the middle of a quarter. They're going to wait until the beginning of the following quarter.
They see the cheerleaders. I'd like to ask you to stay tuned during halftime today. We have an interesting game.
The Spartans and the Golden Bears, yes?
Always, yes, every year.
And of course, the Pee Wee football players and cheerleaders are here to join us at this last, what could potentially be the last Plymouth Whitemarsh home game.
Okay, Anderson set the kick. Squibb kicks it as usual.
Oh, this takes an excellent bounce.
Oh, and then the Pennridge return man.
I don't know what this call is, but
he fell down. Yeah,
Jason Rhodes.
He got the ball, but then he fell down, and when you're down, you're down. So
I didn't see his knee hit. I was too busy looking for him on the roster. But yeah, that was Jason Rhodes.
That's huge now. Pennridge starting all the way back at their own 10-yard line. And, wow, Colonials catching some breaks early here. Briner took that one himself. Only gained
4 on the play.
4, yeah. Darnell Brewer on the stop. Be 2nd and 6 now. Briner trying for a little bit of that Fulmer magic, I guess. Quite get as many yards.
Except no imitations, though. Steve Fulmer is probably the smartest quarterback in the district. Briner. He's back to pass. Ooh. Receiver was hit hard by Elzar Camper.
Held on to the ball. That's number 24, Eric Kraus, on the reception. Good for a Pennridge first down all the way up to the 25.
So that'll be a pickup of 13 for Kraus and Briner alike.
1st and 10 for Pennridge.
Briner on the 1st and 10.
And this ball off. Not really sure because he was hit so quickly. Gain of absolutely nothing. Thank you.
And the running back was nursing his knee. That's number 36 on Pennridge, Jim Harris. Doubles as the halfback. Nursing a bruised knee, I guess, along with the bruised ego as he got up from that last hit.
Yeah, got nothing more than a half yard. He's 2nd and 10. Boom. Hit from behind is 35. Sorry, that's John Cochin. That's the first time we've seen him. Tim Fleming was actually behind him and reached up and tackled him for no gain. That's how quickly he busted through the Pennridge offensive line. We're gonna have a.
I think this is
the end of the first quarter. Okay. So, not a bad first quarter for the Colonials. They
7-0 lead, Russ.
Score a touchdown on the Steve Fulmer run, and Pennridge not really doing much on the offensive side of the ball. So you got to say the Colonials are doing real well on both sides of the ball.
Definitely. The Red Wave of Terror really making their presence felt out here at Pennridge. This is just as important a game for Pennridge it is for us. Both teams enter the game 8-1. Only one of these teams can fill the 4th round slot, or the fourth district round spot.
Actually, if Norristown loses tonight, both these teams are in anyway. but Norristown expected to win against Hatboro Horsham. And of course, the big game tonight, CB West and North Penn, the two undefeated, really the two powerhouses of this district playing. The winner gets the #1 seed. The loser will get the #2 seed.
I overheard the cameraman of the Pennridge. He had a radio up there. He said he'd shout down updates on the scores, but still have yet to hear from him. Also mentioned, while this is quite a weekend for Plymouth Whitemarsh sports, our girls volleyball team is on the road at Coatesville. Our very own Steve Moore and Andy Linton are there televising the action.
Okay, 3rd and 10 here, right off the bat.
Reiner on the 3rd and long. He's back to pass.
That is...
He got it.
Completed, yeah. Number 89, Dan Lorden. His 2nd catch of the game is... I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if he had caught that or even if he had caught it inbounds. But it's ruled a completion all the way up to the 39. And it'll be 1st and 10 now for Pennridge.
So Briner perfect in his throwing attempts, 2 for 2 for 25 yards. 1st and 10. Briner back to pass again. This one's a short little pitch to Cochin. And Cochin, the speedy little kid, picks up 8 yards.
Pass to him behind the line of scrimmage. Rob Stokely on the hit. And Cochin just moved his way up. That don't know what to say. I think it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go!
Motion. And Harris gets the run. He's got the 1st down and a little more before he's pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line of the Colonials.
Steve Fulmer on the tackle. That time, there were enough red jerseys behind the line of scrimmage to hit him, but he weaved his way in and out of all of them. Gains enough for a 1st down into Colonial territory. So the Colonial defense sort of opening up some holes here between quarters. Maybe that little break did something to their momentum.
Still got the 7-0 advantage, though, on this 1st and 10 from the 45. Briner, offensive shift. He gives it off to Cochin. Cochin stopped after a 1-yard gain.
If even that. Rob Stokely on the initial hit. 2nd and still 10. Looks like he gained nothing.
Briner calling the 2nd down play.
Did he call his own play?
I believe he calls his own plays. I didn't see him look to the sidelines. He gave it off to Harris there. Harris through the middle for a pickup of 4.
Not sure. There's probably some kind of signaling. You don't really see that very much in high school. Justin Pratt on the hit. I mean, you don't see that a lot at all anymore. Quarterbacks calling their own
maybe
plays.
maybe the play came out with one of the substitutions, but
yeah, the play's coming in from the sidelines. That's settled. So it'll be 3rd and 6 now.
If he's gonna catch the ball, make him pay for it. Let's go!
Briner's gonna throw this ball.
and he is back to throw. He looks long for Cochin, and it's tipped down by Camper. He had Jason Rhodes wide open on the near side.
Didn't even look to him though, and overthrew that ball a little bit. Actually threw that to where Camper was playing it perfectly, and could have maybe caught that ball. I'm not sure.
It was also very wobbly. It was a wobbly pass.
Yes, it was not a very well thrown ball. And Pennridge will have to punt here, standing on their own 45-yard line.
Travellini and Frank deep in the end zone for the Colonials. This one bounces. Travellini's going to let it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Colonials only 80 yards to go to potentially double their lead.
Well, good job there by the defense to stop that drive dead in its tracks. as soon as it got into Colonial territory, I mean, they came together when they had to and forced Pennridge to punt. Now they'll have 1st and 10 from their own 20.
So you might say the red wave of terror hit the Pennridge Rams like a shotgun.
I guess you could say that.
Fulmer back to pitches it back to Pratt. Pratt picks up 2 yards.
That tar button on the hit.
That'll bring up about 2nd and 8.
Colonials would love to get some more points here and just take a big lead. Definitely, you'd much rather be ahead early than be behind early. If you're Pennridge, you have to smell the urgency on this drive.
And Pratt's through the middle for a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Less than that, he's only got about a yard to go. You're gonna spot it, yeah, up about the 29. Jim Harris on the tackle. Harris getting quite a bit of action. Tim Fleming coming into the game now.
So Fulmer on the 3rd and short. Gives it off to Pratt to finish out this drive. And Pratt's got the 1st down and more.
Takes it all the way up to about the 35. Brought down by Tarbutton. So the Colonials will have 1st and 10.
I made a prediction before the game, Russ, that this game would end in a 2017 contest. So we'll see how accurate I am at the end of the game.
Personally, I'm hoping it'll be not quite that close. I'm assuming you think the Colonials are going to come out ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
Travellini in motion. Fulmer back to pass. And he's sacked. Ooh. Back to pass on 1st and 10. You're going to have to suffer the consequences.
Yeah, it looks like Wargo and Reinheimer each contributing that. Probably unofficially will give them a half sack each. But a big hit and a loss of about...
That's a good 8 yards, Russ.
It's going to be 2nd and 18.
What'd you tell me at the last game, that a sack, you lose that yardage in passing yards?
Yeah,
for stats?
Sacks count as negative passing yards.
Which means Fulmer is 2 for 3 today for 25 yards.
Yeah, but don't they got to move them back too?
Fulmer still awaiting the play.
There you see the booth, and you can see how dark it is. That's us right there, but
I feel like I'm in a war shelter, actually.
Well, that was maybe the booth last year, but so 2nd and 18 here.
Fulmer gives it off to Chris Frank. Frank tripped up and only can manage 3 yards here.
Jason Day on the tackle. I was pretty sure that the Colonials were going to run the ball there because I figured they thought they could pick up maybe 10 yards, maybe even more than that, and then have only a short distance to pass. They didn't really want to pass there on 2nd and long and risk an incompletion. But here now it's 3rd and 16 yards, and this is almost a definite throw situation unless... Well, I couldn't see why the Colonials wouldn't throw it here.
They might just want to cut their losses on this drive and punt the ball away to Pennridge, but that's unlikely. Travellini on the far side, Frank on the near. Fulmer's looking far. And he's, tipped, looking for Frank, tipped off the hands of Pennridge's number 50,
Josh Small.
Small.
So incomplete. Now the Colonials will have to punt. It was a well-thrown pass, just Small got a hand in there that made a good defensive play. 4th and 16 coming here. And there's number 40, Jason Rhodes, back deep, standing on his own 40 to receive.
Fulmer's punt is high, bounces at the 40, and is rolling back to the 32.
Where it's down.
Jeff Fox downed it at the, I guess the official will be the 37-yard line. I'm sorry, the
32.
32, I'm sorry. Whoops.
Friday.
Exactly, that's my excuse.
So again, that time, Fulmer's punt over Rhodes' head. Rhodes had to let that one hit, took a good Colonial bounce. Sometimes you need those bounces to win a game.
Reiner gives it off to a new face, number 40, Matt Sinsel. And he's pushed down, knocked back for a loss of 2.
That was actually
that was
Rhodes.
Rhodes, I'm sorry.
On the carry.
What am I looking at here?
And he was greeted by Justin Pratt, who said, "Hi, here's a gain of 0. 2nd and 10. Pratt just all over him.
Pratt and Fleming are maybe the 2 monsters that I wouldn't want to come face to face with on a football team, on a football field rather.
Yeah, you got the Colonial run defense, I'd say, is probably as good as any other team, at least in this district.
Harris tripped up only for a gain of 3.
They have such great abilities at stopping run. And, I mean, especially in high school football, that was Darnell Brewer, by the way, on the tackle. Especially in high school football, rushing is so important because, I mean, most high school quarterbacks don't have that great an arm or that great receivers that they can hit. So usually running takes up most of the offensive plays. You see a lot of teams that do like run on 1st down, run on 2nd down, and then probably pass on 3rd down.
Colonials aren't afraid to pass on 1st down, as you said, as we saw earlier.
Definitely. Well, in past years, it hasn't really been like that, but now this year, with the way Fulmer's been playing, we've seen that a lot more, that they're passing early and passing really well, too, getting some big plays.
I remember last year and the year before when I would come to the PW games. Back then, I was just a lowly cameraman. and I was always anxious for Fulmer to get into the game because that was a kid I knew in the hallway, you know? And now he's finally in the game, and he's doing one heck of a job out there for the Colonials. Hats off to Steve Fulmer. And the rest of the PW Colonials.
Yeah, the Colonials definitely put together a great year no matter what happens here tonight. Colonials, either way, will continue. They'll have just a couple of regular season games which won't really have any meaning, but they'll be played anyway. And, of course, a Thanksgiving game always, unless Colonials are still alive. The district playoffs, and hopefully they'll win tonight. And next week's game will really be important. First round game. Probably against the winner of the North Penn CBUS game.
We're gonna run it.
Reiner. Back to pass. On 3rd down, and it's complete. But he did not make it to the 1st down, did Rhodes.
He may have. He is pretty much dead even with the marker. They're not going to come out and measure this one.
They're going to call for the chains here.
I think he may have it, to be honest with you.
Measure it. Bring it out.
Let's see what they do.
Reiner is a perfect 4 for 4 today. Yeah, that is close.
I think he may have it by about a half yard. Let's see.
He fell from a stump. Broken ankle.
Right on, but got it by the length of a football.
We got it.
So a Pennridge 1st down here up to the Colonial 43, it looks like. Yeah, the 43, so it'll be 1st and 10.
Pennridge is 2 for 4 on their 3rd down conversions. We are 3 for 4. Reiner. Taking a sweet old time.
You gotta drill this kid.
Finally takes the call, gives it off to Kachin. And Kachin knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard, after a pickup of 5.
Up to the 46. Tim Fleming on the hit.
Kadabi, what are you thinking?
So it'll be 2nd and 5 now.
How come you have the weather expression on him? What the hell are you doing?
We have a...
Triple teaming on blitz.
I'm sure. I think time was stopped. Not sure by who. Oh, it was actually a timeout called by the Colonials, okay. Because he pointed to the Colonial sideline. Not really sure why the Colonials would want to stop the clock here. Either way, 2nd and 5.
Briner back to pass on 2nd down. Across the middle to Rhodes. And Rhodes is down the sideline. And no one's going to get to him. That's a 42-yard touchdown for Rhodes.
So, like we said before, the Colonials were going to have to stop Briner. So far, I don't think they've really been able to, as Rhodes goes in untouched for that touchdown. 42 yards, like you said. And like that, it's a 7-6 ball game.
It's Jason Rhodes' 18th.
Probably 7-7 after Scott Davis attempts this point after.
Rhodes' 18th touchdown of the season, 6th receiving.
Block this.
And that really ups Briner's numbers. Davis on the kick. This one's up and good, and it's a tie game. We got a tie ball game, Russ, 7-7.
7-7 as we move towards the bottom half of the 2nd quarter. I'm not quite sure how much time's left in the half, but not too much. We'll take another look at that touchdown pass right here. Maybe we'll see if we can figure out what happened, where that breakdown was.
Right across the middle. Frank just could not catch up to Briner, or to Rhodes.
And then by that time, Rhodes was gone and walked in for the touchdown. So it's obviously a well-executed play by Pennridge, and it leads to a touchdown. Pennridge will get the ball back at the start of the 2nd half.
Come on, Bobby, what talent you got tonight? Let's see it. Come on, Bobby, let me see what talent you got.
So place kicker for Pennridge,
Scott Davis.
Scott Davis, who just booted the extra point through the uprights, kicking off.
Travellini back deep. Not sure who else.
Travellini fields at the 2. 5 Colonials blocking for him. He's through the middle, 30 to the 32-yard line. Just notice that's why we so frequently score kickoff returns, is because Travellini lines up right behind 5 Colonials, and then they just push through the first 5 defenders. Travellini's through for an extra 10 yards, 20, maybe even 80.
Yeah, almost. I mean, 2 guys hit him right there. It looked like Dan Reinheimer put the first hit on him, but had he broken those 2, I mean, he probably could have gotten at least 40 more yards. And I mean, once he gets into open field, he's really dangerous. He's hard to catch. But stop there. The Colonels have 1st and 10 from their own 32.
Travellini reminds me of a runaway freight train. Just won't be stopped. In motion now, Fulmer back to pass, or at least in the pocket on 1st down, and he fires towards
that ball
DiPolito.
Just tipped out of DiPolito's hands, incomplete. Not sure who the Pennridge defender on. It's all the way on the other side of the field, but a good defensive play. Now 2nd and 10.
Not to jinx the game, but we have yet to see a yellow flag.
No, it's been a clean game so far. And a pretty quick game, actually, too.
Yeah.
The pace is moving right along.
You just gotta run the ball. Run on the end and you just keep going. Go! Come on, ham on a shuffle.
Fulmer pitches to Travellini, and Travellini just knocked to the ground by number 23 there.
Saw him there, punching the ground in frustration.
It's Jason Moore, Mauer. I think it's Mauer, actually.
Do it again.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. So it'll be 3rd and probably a 9. He didn't get much on that play.
Colonial 75% third down conversions.
Steve, you can't run the ball like you did last time.
See, they got Camper lined up on the far side. And
Frank and Trav on the near side.
Going for Camper. And I don't know, was that ball tipped?
It looked like it was tipped. I don't think Fulmer would...
Because that just fell right in the middle of the field.
Like plopped down to the middle.
A good 10 yards short of where Camper was standing, so.
Now it's a little chilly out there. Come on now.
So it'll be 4th and 9 now. And the Colonials are going to have to punt it here. You can see Jason Rhodes right there standing on his own 35.
There's Fulmer's snap. Clean punt.
Rhodes is going to have a chance to return this. Sorry. Have a chance to return this one.
He was fielded at the 40 and knocked to the ground at the 46. So PW quick to the gun there.
So Pennridge now has a first down at their own 46-yard line, but we've seen them make that. They have that big play capability now, and that last offensive play probably fresh in the Colonials' defense's mind.
This is, of course, the opportunity for Pennridge to take the lead for the first time tonight. Offensive shift. Briner he's given it off to Harris, I believe.
Harris, no more than a yard. Less, no, got no gain. 2nd and 10.
Harris is 6 for 11 here tonight.
They lost about a half yard on the play.
Oh, shit. Watch the pass.
94 yards passing for Briner as he's back to pass here again. This one's a lofter in the direction of Rhodes. Rhodes is out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Good call by the official. That ball, Rhodes wide open, but I could tell when he caught the ball that he was probably going to be out of bounds when he caught that. Official right there and made the right call.
Good positioning.
Take another look at that here, and you'll be able to see it.
Just watch how wide open Rhodes is, Russ.
Same thing that the Fulmer did earlier too. Just constantly looks to the right, doesn't even look at any of his other receivers, and there you see jumps and he's out of bounds when he has the ball. So incomplete pass. He's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10.
Guys, you know you're gonna throw the ball. Watch the screen.
Briner back. He's going to try to air it out again. This one's a little pitcher to Kotchin, who drops it. He did not have full possession of that ball, so it won't be ruled a fumble, but that is a terrible, terrible break for Pennridge.
That's just a mistake in fundamentals right there. He looked ahead and started to run before he totally caught the ball. And as a result, he drops it, and Pennridge will have to punt.
And he can't even use the excuse he heard the footsteps, because there was no one within 5 yards of him.
No, I mean, I think that he had a legitimate chance at a first down there, but he dropped the ball.
It's a fake punt. Briner deep passing, and it's not caught. Could not capitalize on the fake punt.
Wow.
There. Haven't seen a fake punt since, wow, never on this field.
No, and I think that probably comes from the fact that there's very little time left in the half, and Pennridge doesn't think the Colonials are going to be able to march down and score. But I mean, that was a long throw, and it was not a bad one either. Just a little bit out of the reach of.
He almost looked like he didn't put any effort into that throw and still managed to launch it 35 yards downfield.
No, and it was a well-thrown ball. It was spiraling and everything. But the Colonials get the ball, and Pennridge is 46. I'm not totally sure, but I think they have enough time to make something happen.
Fulmer is back, rolling left. Fires across the middle to Travellini, who in and out of the hands.
Was just bobbling the ball and then hit by Aaron Roberts, number 45, and that just jarred the ball loose.
This is colder today than it has been all season for the Colonials. That could have something to do with the fact that none of the players can keep their hands on the ball. I mean, we haven't had a game this cold in a year and a half.
Well, it is November.
True, our first November home game. We've had beautiful weather all fall, so
Not really that cold out here tonight. I think it's nice.
We're also inside a press box.
That's true.
A dark press box at that.
Well, the windows are open. All right, whatever. Yeah. Second and 10. And there we're going to have a
5 flags
penalty.
thrown.
Yeah,
Every ref.
I think we're going to see a false start here on the Colonials. And it is. That's the call. False start on the Colonials. So they'll march back 5 yards now out of their own territory to the 49. So it'll be 2nd and 15.
Not time to give them penalties, guys.
Tough break about the power outage. No way to signal to the fans who aren't sure of the hand signals the call. So ref loses wireless microphone. Of course, that's plugged in up here in the press box. Anyway, that brings up 2nd and 15. Fulmer rolling left again, looking in the direction of Chris Frank, who gets it and is pushed out of bounds about a yard shy of the first.
But definitely a good throw and a good catch. Josh Small pushing him out of bounds. But it'll only bring up 3rd and very short, about a yard and a half.
Chris Frank 2 for 26 on the day. Or night.
It's okay, Chris.
3rd and 2 here.
3rd down. 4.
Now Frank and Travellini both on the far side, camper near. Fulmer looks in the direction of Travellini. Travellini catches it 8 yards away from the first down marker and will not make it.
Under pressure there, Fulmer had to dump it off to Travellini. Dan Reinheimer gets Travellini.
Gotta go for it.
Gained maybe a yard on that play. No more than that.
And a timeout here for the Colonials, and I would not be surprised if we go for it here on 4th down, considering how little time there is on the clock, Russ.
Yeah, and I think standing on Pennridge's 40-yard line, I don't think they have any reason not to try for it. It's only about 3. So I think probably that's what we'll see.
Russ, I never thought about what would happen if it ends up being a tie here tonight.
Wow.
Who would go, us or Pennridge, if Norristown won?
That would really complicate. It'd be an interesting decision for whoever decides what would happen. I would think that both teams would hope that one team would come out on top at least, so there would be some definite answers about which team really deserves to make districts.
I think it would first go down to league head-to-head. Here's Ben Anderson warming up for what could potentially be another extra point.
Well,
first to league, right? But we're in the same league.
Possibly a field goal. That's
Pennridge. Yeah, Pennridge lost a league game and we lost a non-league game. So
okay, so that would probably put us in. But I think again, you hope for
an answer here tonight. Yeah. Fulmer on the 4th down, hoping to convert here. He fires to Camper, but it was tipped by number 61 on Pennridge, Mike Bolzar.
So again, they'll switch it up after the turnover on downs, but I wish I knew where our clock was, because well, I thought it should be halftime by now. So I don't think there's very much time left at all.
I think this is the last play of the second half, or the first half, I believe. Right here, Pennridge has to go deep. They're back to pass. All the receivers long. Brewer, he throws it way out of bounds, out of the reach of any possible receiver.
Ball went out of bounds before the line of scrimmage. I wonder if there's some kind of call about an intentional grounding.
I was thinking, I didn't see a yellow flag, but Brewer, excellent job of rushing the quarterback, and he just threw to no one.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage is about the 40-yard line. That ball went out of bounds at about the 35, and there you can see some of the...
Yeah, Coach Yock is really voicing his
especially,
opinion.
I mean, really.
What do you consider grounding?
But no call.
Briner back again to pass, this time to the near side. This is
out of bounds.
Catches it out of bounds. That'll bring up 3rd down. So
plenty of time, because these incomplete passes keep stopping the clock. Darnell Brewer was all over Briner a couple plays ago.
he was.
He barely got that ball away.
It was a heads up for the receiver, who ran to within a reasonable distance of the ball to prevent the intentional grounding call.
I don't think that ball was intended for anyone, though. That was definitely thrown away.
Briner.
3rd and 10.
And he's hit hard, but he doesn't have the ball. Rhodes has
it, but hit 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Justin Pratt got him on that one.
4th and very long, and let's see what's happening now.
Pratt on the, I think that's the end of the half.
That's it. That'll do it.
So good way to end the half here.
But Pennridge will get the ball back to start the second half. But right now, tied 7-7, 24 minutes into this game. Steve Fulmer, a 20-yard touchdown run, but Pennridge answers back with a 42-yard pass from quarterback Andy Briner to, you gonna help me out here? Who did he pass that
Andy,
to?
he passed to, it was a 53-yard pass to Rhodes.
Rhodes.
Russ.
Okay. Thank you. But
yeah, we're going to take a little break to get our wits back about us. Join us for halftime when the Spartans will take on the Golden Bears. For Russ Goldich, join us in a minute or two.
Reduce air pollution?
No, but if you hum a few bars, maybe I could learn it.
Very well.
Thanks for the energy. When you turn off a light, you make my world turn bright. You send me lots of kilowatts to see me through the night. I love you so much.
Please don't waste energy.
Welcome to the halftime show of the Colonials Pennridge football game. I am Andrew Zimmer, joined here with Russ Goldich. Russ, we got quite an exciting game ahead of us for halftime.
That's right, and it certainly isn't Colonials versus Rams. It's Spartans versus Golden Bears.
Absolutely. We got our Pee-wee players playing out there. You see the pint-sized punters and passers.
Looking there at the Conshohocken Golden Bears. Of course, the PW Spartans. And you know, in just a few years, sooner than you think, these guys are all going to be on the same football team, playing as the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. That'll be long after you and I are out of this high school.
Yeah. Long after we're at college, long after everything, and then we got to give congratulations to the coaches here. That's Michael
Michelonis looks like.
Yeah, Michelonis, and Bob Hicks of the Golden Bears. Michelonis, the Spartans coach.
And let's see who's gonna start with the ball. This is always a really fun game to call. And look at all the cheerleaders too. I don't know if see if we can get a shot of just the massive cheerleaders down there. There's at least 50.
Yeah,
those are only the Spartans too. The Golden Bear cheerleaders off to the left. But it looks like the Spartans are going to start with the ball. It's number 24, Dave Ross, in at quarterback.
Ross hands off to number 22, Kyle Crowder.
And meanwhile, Pennridge back on the field, warming up.
Obviously showing.
Well, they don't go down that far anyway.
Yeah.
The end zones are much closer. But either way, I'm not even sure how much he picked up on that play.
Colonials are coming out now.
Pennridge band, marching band, came out on the field and put on a performance that probably pushed everything else back a little bit.
I'll tell you what, I enjoyed that performance. That was one of the best Colonials.
She did.
Colonials, marching band routines that I've seen, that James Bond routine. That was very entertaining. Uh-oh, it's a fumble. Crowder fumbles the ball, but he recovers. Pushes forward with a surge of energy for 2 more yards. So
the Plymouth Whitemarsh Spartans putting on a pretty nice drive here. Not sure, really, but either way, Ross
calling the play.
He has it. So.
And he takes it himself, and he's through the middle, and he's off and running.
Hey, Ross with a pickup of about 12.
That's a first down on the
play. Well, I don't even know. I'm not even sure where they're playing too, because. Hey, Coles, we'll take another look at that. We'll get a little bit of an instant replay.
Russ here, following in the footsteps of Steve Fulmer.
Yeah, Ross just rolls right and picks his way through. Good job of finding that hole in the Golden Bear defense and picks up a good amount of yardage on the play. So the Spartan offense coming out early, setting a tone here, getting off to a start, gaining momentum quickly, and that's really important to the flow of this game, especially that they've established the running game, because it really makes it that much easier for the passing game to be effective when you're running the ball well.
Spartans in triple I formation here, Russ.
Yeah, we'll see if Ross decides to drop back and throw here.
No, he's going to give off actually to number 33. Who was that? Sam Morrison.
Sam Morrison.
CB West 14-0 over North Penn. Russ, an update on that game.
And
throw it in there
should the looking ahead, should the Colonials win today, the team that they play will probably be the team that wins that game.
Most likely. I'm hoping for a CB West victory, to tell you the truth.
Personally, I don't care either.
Thanks, Russ.
Just to be totally honest, as long as we're in, I mean, what's the difference who we play? They're both really talented teams.
So are we.
Looks like we switched directions here, probably because of the.
It looks like maybe that was halftime.
Well, I think maybe to get out of the way of players. I don't know. Either way, Whitemarsh.
Russ is back to pass.
Oh, that went off the helmet of Kyle Crowder. Hit his arm helmet and couldn't quite hold on to it. Not a bad throw though. And Ross.
A good 20-yard throw for a kid his size. That's excellent. Always great to see the parent involvement out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course, this is the jump start for the later football teams, as we mentioned earlier.
This is the recruiting pool that PW will have to look at for the classes of 2010, 2009.
Coach Yock better be watching closely out there. This is the official name of this league is the Keystone State Midget Football League.
Yeah, you have to wonder how many players on the Colonials right now are on this team. Yeah, and like the game is actually over here, and
the
Golden Bears didn't even get the ball on offense. Wow, that's. I guess I was wondering how much they were going to extend halftime because of the marching band performance and the youth football game. But obviously, the marching band performance maybe went a little bit over schedule. But here we see coming out are the captains for the meeting before the second half. Colonials will kick this ball off to Pennridge.
We're going to take a little break here before the second half goes underway. We'll be right back.
Siggy, you didn't leave a light on anywhere, did you?
Maybe. So what?
So what? So what? That's a waste of energy! Now you know I am a mad scientist. When someone wastes energy, it really makes me mad.
Please don't waste energy. It's a positive solution that will reduce air pollution.
Us to keep stats for them, too. We're back here for the kickoff of the second half. Pennridge elected to...
Well, they lost the toss in the first half.
Yes.
Clonos received the ball to start the game, but then right there, you saw Joe Fritz getting a tackle on number 35 for Pennridge. That's John Kasha, sorry, off the return there. Took it all the way up to, we're still trying to get set. Took it all the way up to about the 36, 37 yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. Pennridge coming back after that abbreviated short youth game. And there you see a Pennridge handoff. You can see there's just a ton of cheerleaders down below. I mean, it's amazing. Tim Fleming on the hit. Pick up about 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 up to maybe the 41.
Sorry, Russ, who was that rush by?
I believe it was Rhodes.
Ah. Rhodes finally. He's 3 for -2 here tonight. The second down play now. Briner. Running backs give it off to Rhodes again. Rhodes is through
for enough for a first down, all the way up to the that's actually up to midfield. Chris Frank getting the tackle. That's into Colonial territory. Just join us. It's a 7-7 game. Just about a minute into the third quarter. Colonial scored first off of a Steve Fulmer 20-yard take it himself play, but Pennridge fired back with a 53-yard touchdown pass. That's been all the scoring so far. And
it's a fumble, Ross.
Yeah, and it's Colonial ball.
Colonial's ball, and that's the surge we need to start the second half, Russ.
What an important thing to do. See if we can see who picked up that ball. Maybe
Matt Ramey.
Matt Ramey gets that ball. Maybe our guys in the truck can help us out. We'll take another look at that and see how the Colonials force the turnover and get to start with the ball at midfield. Here we go. You see just the end there, and you see Ramey jumps on it after it's jarred loose. Great defensive play by the Colonials, and now they have the ball 1st and 10.
Now Fulmer going to start his first drive of the second half. Gives it off to, I'm sorry.
20, that's Pratt.
That's Pratt. For a pickup of 6.
So it'll be 2nd and 4 now, and that's going to be, if the Colonials should drive down and score here, what an important play that turnover becomes. And again, the Colonial defense showing what they're made of.
Who fumbled, Russ? Was it Harris or Rhodes?
I actually don't know. It was hard to tell. There was a really quick pileup, and the ball came loose, and that just sort of made it a cloud.
Fulmer on 2nd down, gives it off to Travellini. Travellini around the side. One guy to beat. He's through the middle for a 1st down, but that looks like all he's going to get.
Yeah, takes it up to about the 40-yard line. I believe it's enough for a 1st down. Jason Maurer on the tackle.
I think they're going to call for the chains.
Let's see. Yes, they are going to bring them in. You can see the Colonial huddle there. Colonials think they have it. I think they have it too by a little bit, not much, but chain sitting right about on the 40. Ball just inside the 40. PW Pete thinks they have it. And he's right. He called it on the dot. He said 1 to 2 inches. That's just about what it was. 1st down, though.
PW Pete here, a real trooper, sticks with us here to watch the game, even though he's rendered speechless.
Power still not back yet. At least the lights are on. the field lights.
Different generator, I believe.
1st and 10 here for the Colonials.
Frank in motion. Fulmer back to taking himself. He rolls left, and he's got 5 yards, 6 before he's brought down.
Mike Bolzer getting the tackle there on Fulmer. Again, another play where Fulmer just rolls this time to his left, and I don't even think it was any kind of like an option play. It was definitely meant to be a run to Fulmer. Fake the handoff there to Frank.
Fulmer already 2 for 26 here tonight, rushing with a touchdown. Colonials only score.
But driving for more here. Down to the 34.
Fulmer on 2nd down. Gives it to Travellini.
Flag on the play.
Travellini picks up 3, but as you said, the yellow marker.
Let's see what the call is.
I think it was holding on
Yes,
Pennridge.
it is going to be called holding. Very good. That'll march it back 10 yards. Pretty big penalty.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's going to make it 2nd and 14 instead of 2nd and 4.
Well, that was a huge, this is a big bump in the road for the Colonials on their drive to...
So we've seen 2 penalties so far today, both of them on the Colonials. We had a false start earlier. Penalties are one thing you can't do. That sets them all the way back to where they almost started, nearly where they started this drive from.
So 2nd and 14 for the Colonials. Fulmer gives it off. Oh, he's got it himself. He's rolling. Fulmer's looking to pass. Intended for Pratt, but too many hands. And that'll bring up 3rd and very, very long, 3rd and 14.
So that...
Fulmer's first attempt of the 2nd half.
So now, Colonials still needing that good 15 yards for the 1st down here. And they're down to just this 3rd down play.
And he's launched big time for Travellini.
And who overthrew him. And that is going to force the Colonials to punt. So that drive looked pretty good for a while, but then just sort of stalled off near the end.
Colonials will have to punt their first offensive drive of the 2nd half away. Just more and more chances for Pennridge. This may be the closest game since probably in the whole season. I mean, the opener against LaSalle was not even close, and every other game was a blowout.
That Fulmer punt, as that Fulmer punt goes into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Yeah, I think you're definitely right. I mean, Colonials have had their share of shutouts this year. They've excuse me, I get the hiccups. They've really played solidly all season, and we haven't seen many of these down to the wire games. Of course, we don't even know what exactly down to the wire is because we're not sure how much time's left. But obviously, we're somewhere in the 3rd quarter, and it's definitely a 7-7 tie game.
This much is certain.
So Pennridge starting here from their own 20. Hands that one off to Cochin.
Cochin is stopped after a pickup of only 2.
Darnell Brewer on the tackle. 2nd and 8. Definitely been a good game so far.
Oh, definitely very exciting, even though scoreboard would indicate otherwise.
I think both teams really realize the importance of this game. Possibly we'll hope to get an update on the Norristown game as well.
Briner back to pass. He's looking long. Camper's there.
And that is completed.
That's a 22-yard pickup there for Rhodes.
All the way up to the 43. A completed pass. to Jason Rhodes.
So Briner hasn't.
And we'll take another look at that here. It's hard to see on this far side of the field, but you can see here, Briner drops back, looks to his right, and floats a perfect pass right on the money for Rhodes, who's then pushed that out of bounds afterwards. But it's 1st and 10 now for Pennridge. 43.
Briner connects for huge yardage here. He's got a 13-12, 2/8, a 53, and a 22-yard pass. As the Pennridge is stopped there, and now there appears to be a bit of a skirmish out there.
Yeah, not sure, but it's Tim Fleming on the hit. It's a gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be maybe 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5.
Briner takes the snap, offensive shift. And gives it off to Kotchin there. Kotchin
got enough for the first down.
Got the first down. Pickup of about 8.
All the way down to the Colonial 45. Dustin Pratt finally getting him, but Colonial defense is going to need to stop Pennridge right here before they get any deeper in their territory. Momentum shifting a little bit towards the green side.
Briner now gives it off to Kotchin again.
Kotchin hit, but...
I'm sorry, that's Harris.
Okay. Harris hit by Fleming, but not before he gains.
Good 10 yards there, and Fleming is down. The Travellini is down. Travellini is rolling. And that's anything but good here. Travellini is the one person on this team who you do not want injured at this moment in time.
Definitely been doing quite a bit. But while he's being attended to, you have to wonder what's going on with the Colonial defense right here. The red wave of terror. I mean, the Pennridge has basically done whatever they wanted and brought this ball all the way down to the Colonial 33-yard line. 34. Let's take another look at this play. Maybe we can figure out as Travellini, just see there.
There's Travellini. He's hit, and did someone step? I think Chris Frank might have stepped on his arm.
But either way,
and those are sharp cleats.
Yeah, I mean, so walking off the field under by himself. So I don't think it's anything like that. But again,
he's got a wrist. They're nursing his wrist.
I don't like to guess. We never know. Always. But the Colonial defense is going to have to hole up here. 1st and 10 for Pennridge.
Briner back to pass. Pitches far side. It's a double pass. This time Rhodes passes deep. It's
just over the hands of number 89, Dan Lorden. Another one of those little trick plays by Pennridge. We saw a fake punt earlier in the game, something you don't usually see.
And now the halfback pass.
That was a
halfback pass by Rhodes.
It was a touchdown if that pass hadn't been high for Lorden. So Colonial's catching a break there. 2nd and 10 off the incomplete pass. Weren't expecting that.
Harris tripped up. Stopped by Jeff Fox.
That time didn't get very much at all. So it'll bring up 3rd now, about 7.
Yeah, because Flower was hurt and Fulmer was hurt. Oh, yeah. Well, I like to have him back here.
So now 3rd and 9.
Just touch the ball and run.
Tipped by Fleming.
Go get it!
And it's going to be ruled a fumble. Fleming thought it was going to be an incomplete pass, so he just started celebrating, but he didn't have his wits about him there.
But a serious loss puts Pennridge anywhere out of even feasible field goal range, all the way to midfield.
But even though that was a serious loss, if Fleming had his wits about him,
take another look at it here.
Would have been a touchdown, Russ. Take a look here as Fleming, watch, he tips it, and now Fleming just celebrates.
That ball never passed the line of scrimmage, and he hit it back So it's a fumble, but I mean, 4th and
Keep playing till you hear that whistle. Keep playing till you hear the whistle. That's the lesson.
27 right now. Pennridge punting.
This one's high, and it's just stopped in the air, and it comes straight down. Nobody knows what to do with that one. That'll bounce and stop at the 27.
So now the Colonials get the ball back, but I mean, you have to think, wow, what could have been? 'Cause Tim Fleming could have grabbed that ball and just gone in untouched.
Not up there. That guy's giving me heartburn.
All right, so the Colonials hoping to make something happen here. Time winding down in the 3rd.
Come on, Fulmer, let's go. Time
Fulmer
to wake up.
gives it off to Pratt, and Pratt picks up 5.
Travellini now coming back into the game.
Always a good sign.
Obviously, he's okay.
He has some tape on his wrist, so yes, it was his wrist that got injured.
Travellini's back.
And I bet they're going to give it to him here.
Okay, this is it, guys. Let's go.
PW thinks that PW Pete thinks that this is the play right here, Russ. We'll see Travellini in motion. Fulmer's still got it. And he's rolling.
And he's
This is the first down by about a yard.
yeah, he's about a yard short of the first down. Jason Maurer eventually gets him, but just short, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's less than a yard even. Yeah, that's close.
This is very close. They're calling for the chains, and they
Miss it by about a half
yeah
yard.
they're gonna miss it by a good quarter of a yard, but
We'll see.
oh, we're being screened.
Yep.
Inches.
So, call it, 3rd and a half yard.
Watch him do his cartwheels when he does it. Ross, the herbologist here or something like that?
Russ has found a new friend in the Dragonfly. Hey, you know what? We don't have the PA system on, so how are we going to decide the winner to the 50-50?
The police are going to do it.
Oh, the police are going to do it. This is my last home game here at PW Field. I have my
You've
tickets.
Thanksgiving.
No, we don't have Thanksgiving if we make playoffs.
Yeah, you're right.
So, and Thanksgiving's away. We're playing that at Norristown.
Didn't we? No, we did. I was here. I was not here last year.
So this is it for you, huh? Your last.
Yeah, this is me. This is it. This is it. Unless we play some kind of neutral game here, but we wouldn't even be in it. Fulmer gives it off to Pratt.
Pratt's got it.
He's got the first down.
Pratt up to the, just near the 40. Dan Lorden on the hit.
Pratt's got 33 this game.
So 1st and 10. There's a long stoppage right there. But ready to go here again. Colonials have 1st and 10. They're going to need to get past. Yeah, they're going to need to get right to midfield for the first down.
In the quarter, I guess.
And that, I believe, is going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Still tied here at 7, with just 12 minutes for one team to put some points on the board. I mean, like we said earlier, we don't want to see a tie at all. We'd really like to see this thing decided here on the field.
And overtime, of course, is just a chance at scoring if you get the goal.
Do they have overtime, or is it just a tie?
It's not, no, there is an overtime.
There is overtime.
An event, but it's not like a normal event. You get a chance to score.
Yeah,
then the other team has to match.
It's like college where you start at the 25 and then you have one series to try and do something, and then the other team, no matter what you do, the other team gets the ball in the 25, and then if one team can do something, then whichever team's ahead after that will win. Colonials now moving in the other direction, but have a 1st and 10 from their own 40.
So Fulmer back, gives it off to Chris Frank. And 1st down. He's through for a pickup of 6.
Good job by Frank to find a hole and move his way through. Matt Tarbutton eventually getting to him.
That'll bring up 2nd and 4. Fulmer gives it off to Frank again, who reverses to Travellini. Travellini's stopped short, and he loses the 6 yards we just gained on that last play.
Not a real great play there by the Colonials. Jim Harris on the tackle, and then Mr. Quinn, I think, said it best in the truck. He said Pennridge just had that play right from the start. So it's now 3rd and 10.
Camper will come onto the field to replace Tim Fleming. I'm looking for a 20-yard pass to Camper right here.
We'll see. I think I can agree with you that it's going to be a pass. Camper doesn't have any catches yet today, does he?
Camper is due. He is due. He's got the near side set up. Frank in motion. Fulmer's looking. He's looking at Camper.
Fulmer being chased.
Pressure.
Free. He's got to get rid of the ball, though.
Deep to Camper. Frank, that's Chris Frank.
Oh, and it's incomplete.
He was out of bounds.
Out of bounds. And like that, the Colonial drive stalled. And again, we saw Colonials doing pretty well on offense, and then at the end of a quarter, they switch sides and they can't get anything. They can't get anything going again.
Colonials are 3 for 7.
They're gonna have to punt here.
3 for 7 in 3rd down conversions.
They got a great kicker, and we got a guy that's every kick is
So here's Fulmer's going to punt the ball away.
Now Pennridge is going to have a chance to do something.
This one's a little lofter to the left side. Landed out of bounds.
So Pennridge will start with it at their own 38, 39-yard line. Just, I'd say about 10 minutes left to play in this game.
This is 1st and 10 for Briner. Briner gives it off to Koch.
Koch, who slips, and he's going to be hit behind the line. A good 6 yards behind the line. And that's big, very big, especially on 1st down like that to push it back. Jeff Fox and Darnell Brewer getting in there on the hit.
That'll get the momentum right back into PW territory, which is where we want it.
Definitely. You'd like to push them back even further if you could. The Colonials would love to have a 3-and-out situation here, get the ball back possibly around midfield, and only have to take a lot of time off the clock and march the ball downfield and score and put this game out of Pennridge's reach.
Koch, it's a little shovel pass to Rhodes, and Rhodes is brought down 4 yards short of the 1st.
Justin Pratt finally getting him, but Pennridge showing some interesting offensive
maneuvers.
Yeah, definitely. Gain of about 12 on that play, and picking up a pretty good amount. Now making 3rd down that much easier for them.
Come on, tee it up.
This is Briner. This is the defensive Colonials play right here, the play of the game. Briner got Kachin in motion.
Oh, and he's hit. And he's
got
not
Harris
even going to get
stopped
close.
Wow.
Justin Pratt getting the first hit, and he's buried behind the line. And I told you I had faith in the Colonial run defense, and they proved me right there. Now it's going to be 4th down, and Pennridge is going to have to punt.
That was not even funny to watch. I mean, Colonials just pounced all over Harris. Harris had nowhere to go but down.
And I mean, if the Colonial offense can get it going here, it's going to be huge because...
Well, let's not think too fast. Pennridge might fake it again. No, they're going to punt.
They're not going to fake this one. Trilene is going to let this one bounce, see if he's going to take it.
He's going to field it. I think that was an ill-advised play.
Well, I don't know why he didn't catch that one off the fly. He let that one hit, and it bounced about 8 or 9 more yards back. Again, I usually say things, and then on Monday, everybody yells at me for saying the wrong thing. So I won't make as many guesses this week, but I don't know about that. Colonials are going to have to start all the way back at their own 11-yard line. Colonials needing to make something happen here. At least a field goal.
Fulmer deep in his own territory. Gives it off to Chris Frank. Frank for a 5-yard gain.
Up to the 16. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Josh Small on the hit.
And I would assume 7 minutes left, Russ.
I would think maybe a little more than that, maybe 8. Hard to say.
Fulmer.
I know. They made a nice penetration. Yep, pushed it in right nicely.
Maurer and Wargo getting that hit. Wow. So do we. 3rd and 3.
Travellini on the carry there.
Call this a must-get first down. They have to get this.
Bring it out, boys. Bring it out.
Fulmer's got one wide receiver, and he's looking for him. He's looking for Camper on the near side, and it's in and out of Camper's hands.
Thought he had it. Surprised they didn't run on that play. Really surprised. I wouldn't think the Colonials don't have that much trouble picking up 3 yards, but they're probably going to have to punt the ball here.
And you know what? I don't think this is a very good situation to be in if you're the Colonials. Even if you do punt it away, they're going to get the ball back at midfield, maybe the 45-yard line, if we're lucky.
You can see Pennridge's deep guys back standing in Colonial territory. So and the snap.
Still gets the punt off, but he dropped the snap there. And this one will take a Pennridge bounce and fall out of bounds at the 40.
Bad situation altogether, and Pennridge is going to start all the way up at the Colonial 40-yard line. So the Colonial defense has their work cut out for them here. And obviously, they're going to have to play probably one of their best defensive series of the season. Playing for their season, in fact.
Everything, all the work, sweat, blood, tears culminates down to this moment right here, Russ. Briner back to pass. Fires over the middle.
Wide open. Oh,
number 24 there.
Eric Kraus. Kraus taking this ball all the way down to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that was a huge, that was a 36-yard pickup there.
Elzar Camper and Chris Frank eventually getting to him, but not before Briner finds him wide open here. We'll take a look at that here. Briner with plenty of time and wide open was Kraus.
So we'll just say, Russ, that while our run defense is doing an amazing job tonight, we got to work on our secondary.
Definitely, yeah. Like we said before the game, Colonials were going to have to stop Briner if they were hoping to win. And there you can see the run being stopped again, right easily on your screen. That was number 36, Jim Harris. Right? No,
Yeah, that was Harris.
36, that was right. I'm good. Didn't get much there. Only about 3. But too much time really being allowed for Briner to make plays, and his receivers are getting open, and he's connecting with them quite well.
And this is where the secondary really needs to step it up. I would even go to goal line stance here. And Kachin's got it through them. He's got an 8-yard touchdown right there. And the Pennridge side goes nuts. That's more than I've ever seen an opposing team's crowd have, and why not? This is the biggest game of their season, of our season, and right now Pennridge has taken a 13-7 lead, Russ.
Yeah, they have, and I mean, that was just credited a lot there to Pennridge. I mean, Briner, a very talented quarterback, has made plays happen, and the Colonials have been able to put some things together, but you said that was such an important defensive series, and Colonials really didn't do much. And Pennridge came down and scored the touchdown. They lead it 14-7, but still plenty of time for the Colonials to come back. They're going to need a touchdown just to tie this game up.
And then, I don't know, depending on how much time is left, you might, even if you're Coach Yak, want to go for 2. You might have to think about that. That thought has to be going through the back of his mind.
Take another look at that touchdown right here. There it is.
Just too depressing for words.
Just sort of the tail end of that touchdown, but Kocher just finding an open hole and exploiting it, scoring a touchdown. Let's see Travellini return this one for 6.
Hey. We've seen it done at least 5 times this season. No, I shouldn't say that.
No, well, he's broken off some big runs. He had,
times.
I think he had like an 85-yard run one game.
He had he opened the game with a kickoff return against the one that got rained out. I forget who he played.
Yeah.
Quakertown. Jinx.
Whatever. There's the kick. It's not even gonna get there. It's gonna be out of bounds. Is that considered illegal procedure? Or yes. Yes, it is. There's a lot of help the Colonials. Look at the start with the ball.
But it's the 35, I think, right?
35 or the 40. Hey, it's going to be spotted at the 35.
Ah, the 40. You were right.
40.
So the Colonials only 60 yards to go.
There was a false start penalty tacked onto
the illegal
thing. Yeah, I saw the ref signal there.
So the illegal procedure would take it to the 35 plus the false start, the extra 5 to go to 40.
Come on, guys.
Now they're bringing it back to the 35.
All right, well, either way, starting from the 35, Colonials needing to drive this ball 65 yards to score. They're trailing 14-7. Not really sure how much time's left, but it's not very much.
Fulmer's still got it. To Pratt across the middle for a pickup of 7. He's still on his feet, 8 yards.
All right, and that's what the Colonials are going to have to do. Dan Lorden on the hit. Colonials are going to have to get passing right away. They're going to have to do a lot of things. They got to move this ball very quickly. If you can get your passing game going, then they can hand the ball off to Travellini or Pratt or somebody, and they can get a big running play. And I think they really do have a legitimate chance to score and knot this game up.
Fulmer is 4 for 13.
And then, yeah, like you said earlier, the question about the 2-point conversion or the extra point. But first they have to score here. 2nd down and 4.
And this is Travellini, or Pratt. I'm sorry, it's Pratt through the middle for the 1st down and more.
Dan Reinheimer on the hit. Pratt all the way up to the 46. Good for a 1st down. 1st and 10. Fans, and now get very loud.
Yes. This is the rowdiness that Plymouth Whitemarsh needs right now.
Definitely. Colonials being urged on.
Wow, that is one wave of applause.
Definitely. And here we go. And we're going to have a little bit of a...
Are they bringing it back?
Stoppage here. Well, I'm not quite sure why, but
Come on now, baby. Come on now.
Anyway,
Now
first
we're
and 10 from
set to go again here.
the 46. Plymouth Whitemarsh in their lineup, as you see. Fulmer takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's rolling. He's got Camper. This is Camper's first catch of the day. He's got a first down and more. 16-yard pickup for Elzar Camper.
Yes, Camper down all the way to the Pennridge 38-yard line. Dan Lorden on the tackle, but Colonial's finally showing some offensive sparks. We haven't seen anything really out of them. We'll take another look at this pass, and you can feel the excitement now. See Fulmer just drops back, rolls to his left. Camper wide open in the middle, tries to get to the sideline, can't, but he has the first down. It stops the clock while they move the chains.
Excellent barrage of replays tonight. Wow.
First and 10 again for the Colonials.
Fulmer gives it off to Pratt. Pratt's through the middle. Pickup of 3. Second and 7 for the Colonials now.
Jim Harris on the hit. So we're seeing now, the Colonials mixing up the passes and the runs to try and move this ball forward, and they really have, but they can't afford to let this drive stall right here. They've got to keep making things happen. They've still got a good 39 yards to drive. So it's about second down and 8.
Yeah. Fulmer is back, pitches to Travellini. Travellini picks up 6, and they've still got 4 yards to go to the end zone.
Yeah, Aaron Roberts on the hit. Good short pass play by the Colonials, but it leaves them in a third down situation. Got about 4 yards to go. And
now Fulmer's numbers looking a little more respectable. He's 6 for 15.
I think we'd see a pass here.
Yeah, we must, Russ, we must be running out of time because the Colonials just used a timeout in a situation which otherwise they probably wouldn't have.
Well,
Yak wants to talk to his team, get him fired up.
I think maybe they use this timeout because this is such a pivotal third down play. They have to get this. I think Coach Yak just wants to go over this and make sure everything's set because this is such an important play. We'll take a look at this last play right here, just this short little pass. Oh, no, I guess we're not going. Yeah, there we are. See? Pratt was in motion, but
fires right.
Get it off to Travellini. Travellini hit right after he caught the ball. Held onto it, and here we go.
And here we go. Are we going to look at a pass here, Russ?
I think we are. I think we're also in 4-down territory at this point. So, should this play fail, the Colonials will probably go for it on 4th down. In fact, I think it's almost. In fact, 3rd and 4 right here. Coming, maybe 3rd and a long 3. Travellini coming off the field.
I think they just want to leave room for Camper.
Here we go, big play coming here.
Mesmer on tight end. Fresh face. He gives it off to Frank. Frank takes it around. He's got the first down. He's got the first down. Flag's on the flag.
In, but after the end of the play, I don't know what this call is going to be. This could be big. Josh Small and they hit Frank. Great run.
Face mask on the Rams, and that's going to tack on an extra 15 yards, Russ.
That's going to move the ball forward even more. Frank got himself all the way down to the 24.
So that's
and they're gonna march this down to the 19. It's only a 10-yard penalty. Let's see if we can watch the end and find out where this face mask occurred.
There it is.
Right
there
there
it
you
is.
can see
number 5.
Jason Dake.
What a pivotal mistake to make this late in the game in such an important position.
Absolutely. Colonial's now on the 14-yard line.
I'd take away a sticker from that man's helmet.
So just sitting 14 yards from the end zone and tying this game up.
Fulmer has given it off to Travellini. Travellini is through the middle, and he's got
about 5 on the play, down to the 10. So that's gonna make it 2nd and 5. Josh Small again on the hit.
Josh Small's just in there on every play
2nd
now,
and 5, and you gotta wonder, would they go for 2?
Now this is the chance when we gotta think. I wish we had a reporter on the side to tell me how much time was left.
But I can tell you, the Colonial fans are great. They are so loud, and they're absolutely pumping up this offense, and you can see the change in the offensive play.
I'm shaking with excitement. Pitch to Travellini. Travellini's got all the room in the world.
Oh.
Brought down at the 6.
Mac Tarbutton got him there about a yard short of the first down.
I think it's going to be third down and very,
it's going
very
to make
short.
it third down and at least half a yard, and Colonials will call a timeout. You can see Coach Yock right there. And wow, this is exciting.
My goodness, a field goal just won't do in this situation, Russ.
This is what football is all about, these 2-minute drills where you have to make something happen, you have to do it fast. And I always wonder about these fast drills because I think, you know, whenever teams do this, you think, why couldn't they do this earlier in the game so they wouldn't have to come down and do it now?
It's the adrenaline rush, Russ. We've seen Packers do it all season.
What makes it so much easier to do it in the last 2 minutes when you couldn't do it in the entire game before, you know? But either way, Colonials need 1 yard for the first down and about 6 for the touchdown.
So can we say that it was a definite factor that we played this game at home?
Oh, absolutely. The home field advantage, a huge deal. I mean, Pennridge, a good-sized crowd on their side of the field, but nowhere near the size of the Colonials. And usually by this time in the game, a lot of the fans have, you know, left.
Well, because it's 41-3 or something.
But I mean, here it looks like everybody's sticking around, realizing how important this is. It's set to go right here.
Travellini on the near side. Frank in motion. They give it to Frank. Frank's through the middle, and he's very close.
I believe he has enough for the first down. He took that one, I think, inside the 5 before Mike Bolsard got him.
It's going to be fourth down and so little.
Are they going to say fourth down?
Yeah. This is
fourth and inches. So this is.
Oh my goodness.
This is really big right here. And it's almost all down to this one, ladies and gentlemen.
And there goes the crowd. Oh my goodness. Everyone they're on their feet now. This is the play of the season right here.
Absolutely, it's all down to this.
Fulmer to Pratt, and Pratt, he's still up.
He's got it. Pratt.
It looked like he jumped over.
No.
Pennridge is celebrating.
I don't think he got it. Let's see what's happening. They're spotting the ball at the 5, and they're going to say that.
Yeah, that's a change of possession.
Yep, he didn't get it. I don't know. I mean, they might have blown that play dead before Pratt was really down.
Yeah, he was not down, and he was still making offensive progress. I don't know. I don't know about that play.
I mean, wow. That's painful, absolutely.
And they're kneeling it.
Yeah, let's take another look at this fourth down run by Justin Pratt.
There, Pratt is still up and jumping.
Yeah, I guess his forward motion was stopped, and that's why the play was blown dead, but...
Pennridge's coaches coming down out of the press box with the quote, "I never thought it could happen." And what an upset victory here for Pennridge. That's just a killer.
Game's not over yet.
That's true.
Sitting on their own 4-yard line.
One thing I was admired about Russ Golditch is that he is not going to give up until that last whistle.
Oh, well, I mean, you gotta look at the situation. They're on their own 4-yard line. The Colonials, if there's a fumbled snap or something, the Colonials get the ball right back, and they don't have anywhere to go. They got about 9 feet between them and the goal line. So, I mean, really anything's possible, but I guess realistically.
There are 27 seconds left.
27 seconds left.
That's still time, and considering this is only second down. That's Matt Zimmer, our crack team of cameramen / reporters down there.
Here we go. Pennridge probably just going to kneel this one down again.
Wow.
They do.
Do we still have a timeout?
We're out of timeouts, and that's
the end of the game.
That's going to run it down, and it will do it.
But an excellent season for the Colonials. This was totally non-indicative of the way Colonials have played all season.
Definitely, and another thing to remember, Colonials not yet dead in the district playoff hunt. Depending on what Norristown should do tonight against Happer or Horsham, Colonials possibly could make the playoffs. And you can see Colonials just sort of dejectedly wondering what happened there on them. They'd gotten the ball all the way down to the 5-yard line, and then they just couldn't advance it. That last foot, they had 2 plays to do it, and the Pennridge defense came together. Give them some of the credit. Played a great game.
But that'll do it. So we got to thank our CITV staff here. There's Matt Zimmer down there, John Brabham, Adam Berger. Up top we have, oh, did I say Anthony Zangara yet? I don't think I did. And Zangara, we got Craig Young in the truck along with Mr. Quinn. And of course, you and I, always out here giving it our